Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the stimulus check. 600, 2,000, what should we do with the money? Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into that video. Let's talk cash. Alright guys, let's jump right in. Alright, 600, 1,200, $2,000. The government's talking about the stimulus check. Everybody's excited because basically 2020 has been a really difficult year for a lot of people for many reasons, especially financially. So what should you be doing with your stimulus package or stimulus check? So for me, I'm already saying it does not matter whether it's $600, $1,200, or $2,000. I'm already going to, number one, strategize before we spend, which means we're going to basically give every dollar somewhere to go. So whether or not you're going to say, hey, if it's $600, I have these expenses, I have this debt, I have this in savings. Where do I want to be? Or if I put this money in either of those categories, what would benefit me more? Would it benefit me more to save that money? Would it benefit me more to pay down debt? Or just now finally try to become current with your payments that you are basically using or having on your budget? Number two is what we just talked about, staying current. It's going to be to catch up on all your bills. That is one of the good things that you could possibly do. I know a lot of people are saying if it's $600, it's not enough money. Well, for some people, it's enough to help. It may not be enough to cover everything, but it may be enough to just calm the mind. So if you have $600 and hey, you're late on all of your utility bills, then call those utility companies like the electric company, the water company. Ask them what you could do right now just to stay current without worrying about a cutoff notification. Ask for a minimum due payment, like what is something I can pay as a minimum due so that I can stay current even though I'm behind. And then when you get that $600, then if you want, I would not suggest doing that. I would suggest basically paying a little bit of like utilities so that they won't cut it off, because with COVID, you never really know what's going to be shut down. A lot of people don't have their jobs. So you want to do what I'm about to go into. Number three, that's what I'm suggesting, is to save. I can't say this enough. So like I told you guys before, I follow Dave Ramsey, and basically one of his step ones, or step one is basically to save $1,000 in your emergency fund. Okay, so where do we start? If you have already saved or in your savings account outside of your checkings account, which you're using. So this is totally different than, what you're spending from. Savings, you do not touch. So if you have already like $500 in your savings account and you get this $600 stimulus check, then take 500 of it, put it with the 1,000, and then you'll use that 100 to do whatever you are telling your money where to go. So if there is a $2,000 stimulus check and you have $500 in your bank account, savings account, then you would take that $500 and add it to the other $500 you already have, and you'll complete that baby step number one, which is the $1,000 emergency fund. Okay, and then you would tell the other money where you needed to go. Pay minimum payments until you become current. Pay down some debt if you're already current on your bills. You decide that. That's what you would do when you're creating your budget or when you're doing the strategizing before you spend, because whatever it is, it will benefit you. The people might ask, why do I need $1,000 emergency fund? Well, 2020 should have shown you why you need $1,000 or more in your emergency fund. For me, the $1,000 is just a cushion to say, you might have something if you own a home that might break in here, or the basic, like, little miscellaneous things that you it's for an emergency. And so a lot of people, we have to realize what emergency is. Emergency fund is not for a shopping spree. If you want to build or save for a shopping spree, that's fine. But the emergency fund is not for that. It's not for a trip to the Bahamas. Like, emergency fund is specifically for emergencies. Car breaking down, something in the house breaking that you really need fixed or that you really have a need for on a day-to-day basis. It could be for a doctor's visit. That was like an emergency where you had to go to the ER or something like that. Emergency fund. So that's what we're saving for. So once again, I'm going to go over the 3 strategies of what you can do with your money, whether it's $600, $1,200, or $2,000. That will help, I'm telling you. So the first thing is, again, is going to be to strategize before you spend. Okay, strategize before you spend. The other thing is going to be number 2, to play catch up with your bills. If you were behind, again, play catch up, become current. And then number 3, which is most importantly, save. Get that $1,000 emergency fund started. If you already have something in your savings, add to it. The cushion, the more, the better. But Dave Ramsey teaches $1,000 at least for an emergency fund. Once again, if you guys are liking these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share. A lot of times we don't like talking about finances with our family members, but hey, if you share this video, I'll talk to them. Maybe they'll listen. All right, guys. Thanks for keeping me honest.